Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, June 2021, 42 variant. A car mass is given 1250. Is pulling a caravan, okay. Is 800 kilograms, okay. Caravan, okay. And here resistance to motion to car and caravan is 800 for 440 and 280. And a car and caravan are connected in a tow bar, okay. So they move in a horizontal track and friction for speed is 30 and power develop in engine, we have to find it. Okay, so first of all, I just make a rough idea so you can understand. There are two particles are there, very clear. They're connected here. So this is applied force. And he asking here, because they are connected particles, okay. And so friction is acting here is a 440 and friction acting here is a 280. Okay, mass of the first particle is 1250 and second particle is 800. But you know, he mentioned that here, find out the applied force, power. So what is the formula of the power force into speed? You know it very well. So if I find it, speed goes down, so power by V is equals to applied force. So what's the basic formula? Net force is equals to MA. Okay, now you can see this one clearly. Because they are connected particles, they will behave as a one particle even. How? Because all burden of both particles goes on this force. So we can make it collected force, and friction force can be combined effort also. So combined effect of the both friction backwards. So if this condition, or if I make it another diagram, I believe you shall understanding. You will understand there's a combined mass. If you add them both, so it becomes 2050 kilograms, and friction is acting backward. If you add them both, so it becomes 0, 8 plus 4, 12, 1 carry 720 newtons acting backwards. So now net force equals to MA. So applied force minus friction force is equals to MA, but applied force is this one. So I can replace power by V and minus friction. And he said constant speed acceleration is confirmed 0. So if I replace here 0, it will finish. So bring friction on this side, power by V, and V is 30. Friction force is a 720. So this multiplies there, and we get our answer. So it is, if you multiply, it becomes 21600 watt. Okay. And he asking us convert into kilowatt. So what is a divided by 1000? So 3 jumps. So 21.6 kilowatt. So first part is done. Okay, let's talk about second part. Given that the power is suddenly decreased by 8 kilowatt, it means currently 21600 and subtract 8000. So 8000 it reduces. Okay. So if you this 006, so 3, and we got a 13600. So it means that we can say here, okay, I think this part is clear. And yeah, this is okay. And this is a power, new watt. Okay, watt. So this we got it. Okay, now what a question he is asking us for 4 marks. So he said that the find deceleration and find out the tension in the tow bar. So now we have, because whenever we need a tension, especially, okay, then we have to make the both particles separate. Very, very important. Okay. And this time the power is this, and you know formula remains same. So this formula, if I plug in it here, and we can see he said acceleration. So it means this, we will make 2 equations, but make sure first of all, if we divide because speed is given, okay, and speed is 30. If we divide this by 30, we get a force. So applied force is here, and tension is naturally tension towards each other. Do you know it very well? And friction, this friction on a car is what? 440. So 440 friction acting backwards. I mentioned here, this is 440. And one friction backward acting here, which is equal to 280. So that idea is clear. And I will use this formula, plug in it here and divide by 30. So what I get here, because he said that that power is decreased, so find and force, tension, and the and acceleration at that particular moment. So students, what I will do, then the power 13600 divided by 30, we get this. If we check it, divided by 30, I get 453.33. So applied force, we got it. Okay, now I can make two equations, and two equations not a hard. One for car and one for car. I'm going to make, this is a car, and this caravan. Okay. Okay, sorry. Okay, so the shortcut, or it would even the full. Okay, this C, just CA caravan. Okay, C. Okay, so let's make a one equation for this one. So what I say that net force equals to MA. Net force is equals to MA. And applied force minus friction minus tension. So I can say here 453.33 minus friction 440 minus tension equal to m into mass into acceleration. And what is the mass of car? 1250. 1250 times 2 acceleration. So I believe this part is very, very clear. Okay. Now same story I will make for the caravan. Okay, so let's try to make it. So net force is equals to MA. So this because these two forces acting, tension minus friction, is equals to MA, and mass of the caravan is 800. So 800 times 2 acceleration. Okay. Now better if I bring this on this side, okay, it will become tension equal to 800 A and plus 280. This value of T, I'm going to plug in it here. So I'm just showing here is equation number 1, and this I'm putting here. Put T value from 1. Put T value from 1. From equation 1 or from 1, no problem. Okay, now I just type in calculator. So minus 440, I get is after subtracting these two values, 13.33. 13.33 minus tension, and tension value I will use from here. Tension value I will use, this whole thing will come in this bracket. So I'm writing it like this, equals to 1250 acceleration. So I open the bracket, negative 800 A and negative 280 is equals to all right, 1250 acceleration. This will go there, and if you add, so it becomes 2050 acceleration. Okay, now I'm typing it 13.33 and minus 280, and I get this value negative 266.667. And if I divide this value by 20450, so I get acceleration becoming negative 0.3 meter per second square. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, and this value I'm going to plug in here. So put in 1, sorry. When I put in 1, so tension become what? 800 times to negative 0.13 plus 280. And if I type in calculator, I'm getting here 176 newtons. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, this part is also clear. And this was only, yes, let's go for next part, the car and and caravan, okay, now travel along a part of the road inclined this angle. So it means they are traveling in inclined plane now. And the car and caravan, okay, traveling up incline at constant speed, and constant speed again, you know, acceleration 0. Okay, and power is given by him is 28, 28 and triple zeros watt. Okay, so let's try to find out a constant speed. Okay, students. Constant speed is our target. Okay, we can work this question with the connected particles even, or we can work with a combined particles. You ask, well, how, you know, combined particle we can work with? Okay, because the point is very clear. Because the mass, you know, because both particles are going constant speed. Okay, so if I take them together and I make one object, so no problem. Whenever we're looking for the tension or acceleration in the tow bar, then we have to make these separate equations. Okay, we are bound to make separate equations, or otherwise sometimes he gives some extra values. Okay, like acceleration given. If acceleration given, we can use this equation or only to get even tension. But now here situation is something different. So let's talk about it. This what is the force? There's actually force, and backward there are two components acting. One is friction force and what is weight component. Okay, what is the together mass if I add the car, and if both add together 2050 mass? So 2050 mass. So 2050. So mass, combined mass is 2050. So this weight turned to be, because alpha, a weight turned to be 2050 into 10. Because what is the weight? What is this weight component? Mg sine theta. All of you familiar with this already. So I will put one extra zero for gravity for 10 and sine alpha. And what is sine alpha value is given here. So if it means this is a value, if this is if I just given alpha is equal to sine inverse of 0.06. If I bring sine inverse on this side, it becomes sine alpha equal to 0.06. So this is a value for this part. So that is why I'm writing 0.06. I repeat, mass is 2025, this one. This 0 come for gravity 10, and this is coming for this one sine alpha. You can see from here even. So I think point is very clear. And power formula is what power, as far as the force formula, power to 8000 and divided by speed, which is unknown. I think the point is very clear. So net force is equals to ma. I'm going to apply, and applied force minus friction force minus weight component is equals to ma, basically this formula. But applied force, as you know, formula is equal to power formula is equals to F into V. So I will use this formula and replace this F value, which is P by V. So P by V minus friction. And now I'm replacing the values. So what is a V value, which is unknown, and power, we know it. Okay, let me write formula first. Then I can tell you. So this, I'm writing this formula. Now I'm going to replace. Constant speed means what? Constant speed and acceleration 0. So I'm right here 0. So power is what here? 28000 over V unknown. And this both component I bring right hand side, apply, and combined friction is, you know, if you add them both, 440 plus 280, 440, and 280. So 0 and plus 12, one carry 720. So 720 is a friction force, 720 and plus, and this is this one, you know it very well, 20500 into 0.06. Now this will multiply with there, and this whole thing will divide this one. So I'm just typing directly and I get my answer. Hold on. So I'm getting here 720 plus 720 plus, so 20500 times 2, 0.06. And what I get answer is 1950. So 1950 and 28,000 divided by answer, and I get answer directly 14.358. After rounding, I get 14.4 meter per second. So I hope so. The point is very clear. So let's go for the next part, last part of the question. Finds increase in potential energy if caravan is 1 meter this travel. Okay. First of all, you know, speed formula is very clear. Speed formula is speed into time will give us distance. So very, very clear. And we know it because 14.4. So it's 14.4 times 2 because is a meter per second. We take 1 minute. So into 60. So this I get answer into 60 times 60. And I get distance is a 861.538. Okay, meters. This distance travel meters. Okay, and the story is very clear that we have this situation, and this distance traveled, how much it is a traveling according situation, it is a 861.538. Okay, and this is alpha given. And how to get height? So opposite by a hypotenuse. So I can find h over 861.538 equal to sine alpha. And sine alpha value we have on the top 0.06. If I multiply, I will get a height. So 0.06. So this multiply with 0.06. So I'm getting here 51.692 height. So what a question he's asking. Suppose this is in the beginning, it will be for 1 minute, and in 1 minute it reaches here. So he's asking what is the increase in potential energy. So this will take as a ground level height is 0, and that is a potential energy at this level is 0. And starting before 1 minute, it's here. After 1 minute, it's here. So that is a gain in potential energy we can find from here, or increase or gain, no problem. Increase in potential energy. So I will find simply mgh. Mass is what here? Because he talk about caravan. Okay, so so in 1 minute he talk about, and mass is, what is the mass of caravan? We have 800. So 800 times to 10 gravity, and height is 51.692. And if I calculate, so this answer times to 8,000. So I get here 413,538.46 joules. Okay, but with 3 jumps because we need kilojoules, and 4 because rounding. So 414 kilojoules our answer. And make sure you talk about caravan. Okay, not for the whole object. Okay, make sure not for the whole system. Need talk about. Okay, I hope so. The concept is very clear. And the question is, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, clear.